So I breathe deep to give praise to the Most High. Then I get fresh for a new day. I drink broccoli, smoke my shit, turn on the flat screen, the C-SPAN, see the elite strength. None of the pills, nothing to laugh at. What y'all know about this shit? Man, I miss Prodigy, man. Prodigy, bro. What the hell? Oh, it's on repeat. My bad. Goddamn, went out. What's up, Angel? Good morning. Good morning to y'all. But look, Karceno. I'm not nice. What's good? We've been here before. We'll come back again. Now, granted, I have not seen any of this. I only watched maybe 5 seconds of it, and I said, you know what? Let me watch it and let me give an organic response to everything said, because I'm pretty sure this nigga lied a lot. Not many people know this story. Not many people know how detailed it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch his video, and I'm going to break down each point, and this is only fair use. So, you know, Karceno, I don't know. I never heard of Karceno flagging nobody. Have y'all ever heard it? I'm pretty sure he wouldn't mind me breaking it down. But if you told, you know, according to when you might title the truth, when you write that, it should be as advertised. So let's get into it. It's only 13.5 minutes. I ain't gonna hold you all day. Let's get into it. So according to him, this is the truth according to Cash Money's and Low Limit Beef. Alright? And let's go.
What's up? It's your boy Karceno here, and let's get into it. I mean, y'all want to get down and dirty with the South? Let's start from the beginning. Now,
first of all, this is not the beginning, for the record. Be nice to Karceno for a minute. If he lied, yeah, we can go in on his ass, but right now, let's be nice to him. But for the record, this is not the beginning of the South, for the record. Like, far as hip-hop, far as his prime, like, Rap-A-Lot was here first. I just thought I'd make a note of that. I'm just saying.
Beginning, Mystical was signed to a record deal with Big Boy Records. That was an independent label. Nobody really knew him at the time, but Big Boy was out there making some noise. Now, Cash Money Records came along right around the same time No Limit, but we never heard of them really at the time. And
they were all around at the same time. Like, what people don't know is Cash Money was there before No Limit. So that's not true. No, let me see. Let me get it right. No Limit, yeah, both of them were here at the same time. They were both here at the same time. The only difference between No Limit is... What's up, Chris Norm? The only thing is that No Limit had priority. And Cash Money was just fully independent. They didn't have no label. It was just them. So in the early 90s, mid 90s, they didn't sign with nobody. P went and signed with Priority. He had his deal together. So that's not true, for the record. They all were here. Big Boy was here with 94, 95, 96. So that's not true either. They all were here. The only independent labels were Big Boy and Cash Money in Louisiana, for the record. So I just want to make a note of that.
Cash Money had UNLV as their first artist and BG.
And UNLV was not the first artist. BG was one of the first. BG was the first artist. And if I could remember, I think Pimp Daddy, Magnolia Shorty, there's a couple other people. But UNLV was Uptown Niggas Living Violent. They were from New Orleans. And it was Yellow Boy was one of the rappers. I'm hoping he gonna get into that, but I don't want to spoil it for you yet. Let's go.
And they had beef from the moment they started up. Big Boy Records and Mystical had a beef, and that was like they had a beef with Cash Money Records. And
first of all, no, Mystical had beef with Yellow Boy from UNLV. FedEx. Mystical had beef with UNLV. There was no Big Boy and No Limit Boy from UNLV. They had beef. It was those two.
of us didn't know what in the world was going on. The issue was Big Boy didn't have a lot of money.
Big Boy had plenty of money. Big Chuck had plenty of money. I don't know what he's talking about. They ain't had no money. Like, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's not true. Big Chuck was the CEO of fucking Big Boy Records. He had Mac, he had Fiend, he had Middle School, he had Boot Camp Click, Tim Smooth, rest in peace Tim Smooth, that's my homie, my brother big homie as well. They were in the first Murder Dog magazine. Like, this how deep the information I know. So for the record, for him to say that Chuck didn't have no money, because that's who owned Big Boy Records. Chuck had paper. Chuck had the Boot Camp Click. G Slim. Anybody know who G Slim is? G Slim is the tongue twisting rapper from the Boot Camp Click. He the one that's got like damn the 10 teardrops around his cheek. You know what I'm saying? A real killer. You know what I'm saying? G Slim was like a live wire nigga, but he had moved to California. He got close to the gang life, because what people don't know is Louisiana people were not really into gangs like that. They had crews, but they weren't into the blood, crib, vice lord, GD mentality or none of that. They were more into just crews and hoods and cliques or whatever, and posses. You know what I mean? But he got it. G Slim got into the crip thing, and he started banging and got into the West Coast atmosphere, or West Coast surroundings. And he brought that to Louisiana. So he kind of had like this Cali mentality of gang banging, and then he came, back home to the boot, which is in Louisiana. So this whole thing, he's not really. Anyway, let's continue.
So it's kind of hard for the situation to escalate, as far as it did. On the second track, on the second album Mystical come out with, he put a song on there called Beware.
That was his first album, buddy. Hold on. You might be right. Give me a second. Cause I think there was an EP. Let me get it right. Hold on. I don't want to be wrong at all, cause you wrong right now. Hold on. Give me a second. Yes, you're right. The first album was somewhat of like a. Well, technically it is the first album. It's like a re-release, but bro, you're technically wrong and you're right. Let's just put it that way. So technically you're wrong, because that's still the first album. You understand? Let's just make clear that. And for the record, when you go to the first album, Beware is not on the first album. So he's somewhat correct and he's somewhat right. But what he didn't know is that was the independent album. And then when he signed, because typically in the South, a lot of people had their albums together, and then what they would do is they would re-release. Like, it's kind of like with Juvenile and Soulja Rag, he had a lot of songs. Then Big Timers had the same thing, where they had their album, which was independent, and then they put their album out again when they got signed with Universal. It was the same album with a couple of new songs. Alright, so yeah, the beef didn't take place till like a good end of 94, 95-ish or whatever. But technically he's wrong and he's right. Let's just put it that way. So he's somewhat right and ain't wrong.
When on Beware, he's talking about Yellow Boy from UNLV. And the thing is, Yellow Boy reportedly was, messing with Mystical's sister, and allegedly, she was killed, and Yellow Boy got off, no jail time, prison, nothing. And that's how the Cash Money Big Boy beef got into it, with all the songs and everything else. And
what's up, Finest Jules? Yellow Boy had nothing to do with Mystical's sister getting killed. That's not true. He had nothing to do with that. So that's not true at all, for the record. If you insinuating that, you wrong for that. To even say that, like, that's irresponsible information to even throw out there like that. That's not true. Definitely not true.
Came back with Dragon to the River, which the beat and everybody was like, man, that song is hard. That came all the way to the Midwest. And that's what really brought notoriety to cash, not just cash money, but what was going on down south with that song. Mr. Call you a hoe, you from the 3 and we don't give up. So, at that point in time, you know, the beef was really at an all-time high between Big Boy, but Big Boy kept losing money, you know, so.
So how did they lose money? You said they didn't have a lot of money. If you didn't have a lot of money, if I'm losing money, either I'm going broke or I got a lot of money and I'm just losing money investing in this beef. Anyway.
Big Boy is like, man, like we don't have the money to, and you know, we going out.
Nigga, where you get that information from saying that they said they didn't have no money? Where did you get that from? What is wrong? Where did you get that source of information from? Did you talk to Chuck's family? Like, do you know Chuck? Do you know these people? Come on, did you know fucking Precise? Like, did you know any of these? Did you know Guillotine? Did you know any of these people for real? Cause remember, you said it went to the Midwest. So if it went to the Midwest, that means you were just finding out who this was. So at the time, you didn't know who these people were. How did you find this information out? How was that true to you? Like, you went from saying that they didn't, then you said they claimed, they quoted that they didn't have it. They were running out of money. Come on, dude.
Out of business. So what happened was, No Limit acquired some of the contracts from Big Boy, which included Mystical. So now you got a cash money.
If I did you, what's up?
No Limit situation. So now this is the.
No, that's not true. For the record, see, he tried to say it like, okay, well, Mystical signs with No Limit, so that makes No Limit and Cash Money have the beef. And I see where he's going, but I don't want to jump the gun yet about what he's saying. But what he's trying to say is that's like a conflict of interest. Like, okay, y'all signed one of our enemies, and that's not true because Yellow Boy was dead before Mystical signed with Cash Money. Excuse me, he was dead before he signed with Cash Money. I mean, before he signed with No Limit, he was already dead. Yellow Boy was gone. The beef was like dead at that point because he's dead. And I'm not saying Mystical had anything to do with his murder. I'm saying that he was dead on general purpose, that he had nothing to do with any beef when Mystical arrived to No Limit. Because Mystical didn't sign to No Limit until 97. Mystical was not heard on anything via No Limit until like 96. And that was on Eyes of a Killer. That was on, can't remember the name of the album. But it was a feature. He wasn't signed. He was officially signed in 97. And he still had a deal through Jive. So what people didn't know is that Jive had a contract on Mystical. So he couldn't leave that imprint. But he always left Big Boy because, well, Chuck was gone too. So it's like people at Big Boy did not sign these artists over to Master P. Because that was Fiend, that was Mac as well, that was on Big Boy. So yeah, he's not right on that either. So anyway.
Beef between Cash Money and No Limit.
And then you laughing, dude, like you're right. No, you're not.
Okay, now here we go. Now they from the 3, the 3rd Ward. That's UNLV, Tech 9 and all them. So they eventually get into what they would call a melee. With a couple of people from Mystical's crew. They get in a fist fight and all this, and Mystical got the song on the album called Murderer, where he's talking about UNLV, about his sister being murdered, you know, and this guy. So to him, that's a very serious song. So everybody's pointing.
So dude, hold on, y'all. So Murderer was on the original album in 94. And then when he re-released the album, when he signed with Jive Records, he put Beware on there. So are you saying that Murderer was about Yellow Boy and then he dissed him before he dropped Drag Him in the River, which he was after the Beware song because the album for Beware didn't come out to '95. So if UNLV, listen, let me give you the proper timeline. Mystical first album before he was with Jive, which was an independent release, was in the summer of '94 in June, right? All right. Follow me. The Mind of Mystical, which was the album on Jive Records as an imprint, right? Came out October 10th, '95. And that had Murderer and Beware on the same album. Beware is not on the original independent release. What's up, Andy LaBelle? It's not on the original release. So he's saying Murderer is about UNLV, I mean Yellow Boy. And then he's saying that Beware, which was released on the second one on Jive, was about him. So not only did he call him a murderer, called him out on a record before '95, but he also dissed him on the re-release. So basically, that Mystical called him a murderer, said interested in knowing if you're telling the truth. Let's see if I want to research this. This is a little research you can do, right? So when did UNLV's album come out? Alright, 96. Just want to make sure we get the proper timeline here. In 1996 is when Uptown for Life came out. And Dragon the River was on there. Alright. I just want to make that clear. So now that we got that understood, let's go back to your bullshit ass. Because right now we only 4 minutes in, and you done told a bunch of lies. What's up, Miss Dime D? What's up, Jen?
Is at UNLV at the time. But the thing is, Murderer came out later on the album, I think, because you
lie. I just told y'all how this happened. It was Murderer first in '94, second '95 was Murderer, and then Beware, which was the same song from the first one, was on the second one. Then he added Beware. I already made this clear. The year after that, Dragon the River came out. That's exactly what happened.
UNLV's Yellow Boy was gunned down in his car. You know, and allegedly his former manager, because they were having problems with Cash Money Records.
So Teresa Ware, what's up, Missy Lane?
That Baby put the hit down. And you know,
you running with that? You saying Baby put the hit out? Are you running with that? All right, let's run that back. Make sure we heard that right. There we go. Let's do it.
Because UNLV's Yellow Boy was gunned down in his car. You know, and allegedly his former manager, because they were having problems with Cash Money Records, and they was beefing with Baby. That Baby put the hit down.
Nobody on Cash Money at the time had a different manager if it wasn't Baby or connected to Baby. So who's the manager that had beef with Birdman or Baby? I know him as Baby. That was 2 or some shit.
And you know, it's talked about on
Brian
records.
Baby
You know,
Baby.
there's countless records where they didn't talk about that. You know, so I'm trying to think how many. BG talk about it all the time on like what Made Men and BG was it True Story? They talk about it on Don't Think those 2 songs. That Baby put that boy to sleep. You know, Buddy put money on his feet, all that stuff.
If you really want to say allegedly, talk about Pimp Daddy, because Pimp Daddy probably did allegedly get killed by Birdman. Because he was leaving and he was going to sign with Priority. I think it was Priority. Because Pimp Daddy got a phone. Pimp Daddy had a deal on the table to leave Cash Money. And he got killed in front of his house. Allegedly. Birdman probably had something to do with that. Allegedly. So if you're telling the story, you're correct, but you're not telling the right person. You're trying to correlate it with Yellow Boy. And that's not right. Nah.
So, you know. Hey, that's what's allegedly happened.
Come on, hurry up, bro.
Don't know how
You lied too much already. Come on.
So what happened is, make them say to No Limit to a whole new plateau.
Nope, you're lying. You do know that True to the Game went platinum before Ghetto Dope, right? It wasn't Make 'em Say that took him to another plateau. See, this nigga don't know what the fuck he talking about. He don't.
So now they're mainstream. P is all over the place.
P was mainstream before Ghetto Dope, bro. What is he talking about? He said UNLV, Badass, Yo Boy, Tech was put on first. Yo, yeah, through Cash Money, but they weren't the first ones that really just put the label on up here. The one that put the label up here was like Pimp Daddy and like Miss T and BG, and then UNLV was like, 96. That was around the time they just blew. But it was mainly BG, Miss T, and it was you know what I'm saying, the early ones. That was the thing. And then here came Juvenile, then the Hot Boys, and you know what I mean? Because we know original Hot Boys are in jail. I think they should be out now, but the original Hot Boys in jail. The original ones, the one that what they would call the OG Hot Boys or whatever. This nigga crazy.
And now that they everywhere, Cash Money Records is like, wait a minute. Like they dissing them and they coming out with all these songs trying to get at Cash Money, No Limit Records, so that they can get on, so people don't forget about them.
Man, that's a fucking lie, yo. That's not where does he get this information from, bro?
Nah, he didn't just win and sign Juvie. Juvie came near the time they were leaving. Like right before they left, they had just got Juvie. So they had BG that still stayed.
Duh.
Then they got Turk, and then Lil Wayne, and then they redid the Hot Boys.
And get it right, cause Turk was from cause Turk and Juvie both from the Noya, which is in the third. In Holly Grove, 17th Ward is where Wayne from. He from Holly Grove. I know that much. And who introduced Juvie and Turk was Yellow Boy. He just didn't put them on because they were young at the time. He didn't want to deal with a lot of people that wasn't really, a lot older now. Juvie was young, but BG was younger, and he felt like I'm gonna only deal with this young guy at the time. Like, dude, he don't know what the hell he talking about. He just be saying shit.
The Hot Boys is a known old drug unit. You know what I'm saying? That used to run rapid in the streets.
Don't say all that, cause now you try to make it seem like they sold drugs and shit. Like, don't say that, cause see now you talking a little bit too much now. You know what I mean? Don't say all that, because you don't know if that's true either.
Which Terrence Williams is probably one of the last remaining members. He's doing life in prison. That's baby half brother.
Bet.
And they
Bet.
Buku dumb cash.
Bet.
And he's doing life and some murders and stuff like that. So that's Slim and Baby's brother.
Bet. Now.
And that's a whole nother story altogether.
It is, huh?
And in New Orleans, he's known as Gangster. But we don't leave that alone and stick with what we doing right now.
And then you got all these subs. Can you get a better microphone, bro? Oh, damn, this nigga microphone sound like a karaoke mic. The fuck? That nigga sound like he in the hallway or some shit.
So, anyway, they blowing up, they dissing them on, you can hear it on Hot Boys, UTP. That's probably on Juvie album.
Nope, they were not dissing No Limit. No. Let me help y'all out. Let me show y'all something. Give me a second. Do with my screen share. Let me get my screen share up here. Alright, screen share. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all how fake this nigga is, right? Alright. Let's follow me, y'all. Y'all following me, right? Alright. Now, I'm gonna put the screen share on, right? This is how you know niggas don't know what they talking about. Let me stretch this out. Let's put this thing here. Boom. Alright. Y'all see this? Alright. Anybody that knows the original Chopper City album, right? Hold on, let me give y'all something. Because I want to make sure I'm right. When did Chopper City come out? Let's find this. Because I like, okay. This is one of the independent albums that No Cash Money had out in 96 before they was even with Universal, right? Y'all see this right here? Y'all see that, right? Niggas in Trouble featuring Mac. Mac was not on No Limit yet. He was still with Big Boy Records. So if Big Boy had beef with Cash Money, why is Mac on a Cash Money album? Right? How is that possible? Oh, and I don't want y'all to confuse it with who Mac is. Everybody know who Mac is. If you grew up listening to No Limit, you know Mac. But I knew who Mac was before he signed with No Limit. Just like I knew who Fiend was before he signed with No Limit. I knew who. I'm just saying, like, check this out. So I don't want y'all getting confused. Listen to the song.
The cops is following, we start to swallowing the evidentials. Keep supplier's name confidential. Crooked cops started bucking at us.
Isn't that Mac?
To turn to a dead end, but froze cause the cops had us. I grabbed the tech and started bucking back, cause I'd rather take half the force out before they pump a slug and Mac. The headshot took me under, I fell on my back. The last see his pale face and his badge number.
17 in the clip,
You know what I'm
slide it in,
saying?
cock it back, slide it out. Put me an extra one in. That's 18 in the 9. I'm ready to discharge. That's 18 for the dash. Trying to play hard. Got the fat bullet with the dent in the front.
Okay, so now that we got that clear, let's go back to the screen here. Karceno. If you're gonna tell the story, tell it correctly. Tell the story correctly, bro. That's all you gotta do. Tell it right. What my damn screen there, y'all? The fuck? Hold on. Yeah, it's one of these glitches they got. Okay, here we go. And I gotta go back to where I left off here, y'all. Here we go.
But we gonna leave that alone.
Hold on, make sure I go back to where I left
off
off
at.
at.
Story altogether.
I don't know what happened to the damn playback.
And he's doing life for some murders
There we go, right
and stuff
there.
like that.
That's where we left off at. Let's continue this
Slim
bullshit
and Baby's
story.
brother.
Come on, man.
And that's a whole nother story altogether.
Yeah, a whole nother story. Don't tell that story.
And in New Orleans, he's known as gangster.
Yeah, we all know that, but
But
don't.
we gonna leave that alone and stick with what we doing right now. So
What's up, SAJ?
anyway,
Continue lying, nigga.
they blowing up. They dissing them on. You can hear it on Hot Boys UTP.
Nope,
That's
you're wrong.
Julie album.
You're wrong. They weren't dissing them, nah. You wrong about
UTP
that.
song, and then Welcome to the Nolia. But they on that 400 Degree Julie first album out.
I tell you one thing, when no Magnolia niggas dissing no Calio niggas. Magnolia, you had the Melphamine, you had the Calio, which is all in the third. It's like different sections, right? That's why they call it the Mac Mel Calio. They were cool, like they were close. Yeah, niggas that had beef, but it wasn't like all the hoods was beefing with each other in one big ass block, right? So for you to say that they were dissing niggas from Calio, which would be P, C Murder, I think Mac is from GT. He from I think he from Claiborne and GT. I think that's in the 12 or the 11. I don't know. I forgot what war GT. I know it's Gertown. I know that. I know a lot of them Gertown niggas did bring the Bloods here at one point because people don't know that story either. But that's another story. I don't want to get into all that. But anyway.
And they talking about No Limit Records.
You're lying. Yeah, nigga lied.
So after that,
you can tell you lied because this how
really responding to them, and they just letting them stay underground. But Juby broke out with that. You over there, huh? You better got no rims, huh? You only got some jeans, huh? And then that got them on the map for people to look at them.
because people don't know that's how New Orleans people talk. So their their slang and their accent and everything is totally original. Like nobody talks like people from Louisiana. They have no comparison to the way we speak anywhere in this country. So it's different to hear a person say, huh? It's kind of like, oh, you over there, huh? You know, that's how they talk. Like, they have this demeanor where they speak that way. So it's like, when he do a song like that, of course it's going to be like, damn, that sound cool as hell. You got a trespassing. All he did was rhyme, and everything he rhymed, he just put, huh, at the end of it. That's all he did. It's not even that damn, it's not even that deep. Like, Karceno think he telling the truth, huh? That's like, it's not complicated. It's easy. It's just cut out words. Exactly.
And everybody like, hey, what's going on here? These guys, oh, we got some more No Limit like guys. Let's pay attention to them. When they was really out at the same time making records, they just didn't get the chance to go mainstream.
Yeah.
And then you hear the Hot Boys album. And then back that thing up was the radio hit that they needed. You a bad little mama, what's the bad?
Y'all still waiting on the fucking truth about the fucking No Limit beat. You got 4 minutes, nigga. Tick, tick. How much time you got? Come on, man. Karceno just made a bullshit video this morning.
Big Daddy. The BG album came out right after that with Bling Bling, and they was on. From that point, they were back on.
Back on?
Now,
What are you talking about? Back on what? Look, you sound like Cash Money went on. Cash Money was on before they signed with Universal, dude. What is you talking about? They said Cash Money was on. Like this Chopper City album, you don't understand. This Chopper City album is like damn near 100,000 sold. Well, dude, what did you? This was '96. This was before nigga Soldier Rag was damn near going gold, bro. What is you talking about? Universal gave them the deal because they saw what they were doing independently. Come on, dude. Dude, I was a part of One Light, One Love in Jackson, Mississippi, bro. I seen y'all, if y'all know like I know, right? Southwest Distribution was a fucking company that would distribute independent albums. If you couldn't get Selecto, you know, Johnny Phillips, which I know Johnny Phillips, if you couldn't get Selecto to do your shit, Southwest would do your shit. And Southwest deal with a lot of Bay Area artists, California artists, people in the Southwest, in let's say Arizona, and where my chat room go? What the hell? They still got glitches in this shit. Talking about they fixed the glitches. Y'all full of shit. They supposed to fix the glitches in all these fucking things we do, but for some reason they still got issues. So look, I'm not even gonna get too deep into that. I know what it's like to be involved with independent people, because at the time, you know, people don't buy records no more. So at the time, people bought records. So I seen Boo sell 100,000 to 601, which was in '96, right? Now I didn't see this personally because I wasn't around at the time. It was '98. I'm sorry, '98. Now I wasn't around when he put 601 out, but my brother was there, and I seen the numbers. So people gotta understand, like, yo, they were doing shows in Florida, they were doing shows in GA, they were doing shows in North Carolina. Like, they had people coming to see them, and they were independent. Cash Money was getting a lot of money independently. Do you understand that was the South way of life when we did music? Like, do you understand that UGK was signed to Jive Records, and they never put a single or a video out for that album, and it went gold? You know that? Like, the South people pride themselves on, we don't need no help from y'all. Fuck it, we just gonna get out and let's just go for it. Throw it out there. That's the thing. Like, people in the South always sold shit out the trunk of they car. Like, Nas wrote it in a song. The song Get Down. You know about the song Get Down, right? Wax. On God's Son, right?